Yo, welcome back. Meet me on the 50. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, thumbs up, comment below. Let me know what you think of this video. Today we're going to get into something a little different, man. Topic of discussion. You read the title. You see the title. If you know marching band, if you're a fan, if you love marching band, this group of individuals called the FAMU Marching 100 should be no doubt in your mind, you know, the history of this band. So let's just run through it a little bit. Let's run through it. FAMU Marching 100. All right. Just a quick background on this band. The only historically black college university to ever win the Sudler Trophy. I'll go ahead and link the other bands that have also been granted that honor or won that title. But the only historically black college to ever win that trophy. Responsible for at least 30 marching techniques currently used today by high schools and college bands across the nation. At least 30. Performed at countless Super Bowl and Pro Bowl football games. Had numerous TV specials done about them. The first to ever be featured on 60 Minutes. Performed at the Grammys. Performed at the American Music Awards. Performed with the late great Prince at the Super Bowl. I forget what Super Bowl it was. That's just to name a few things. Okay, so here we are now. You know, you go back to the tragic incident in 2011. You know, I'm not gonna get into details about that. You can Google that on your own. But the tragic incident that happened in 2011. Fast forward to now. You know, at the rebuilding of Florida A&M University Marching 100. In 2019, Happy New Year, by the way. Happy New Year. In 2019, can the Florida A&M Marching 100 be among the elite bands of today? I want to say yes, but I also want to say no. And that's because you look at the climate of what it was to be an elite band 10 years ago. Just go back 10 years ago, 2009. And you think about the diversity, the different types of bands that were different styles, different playing styles, the different, you know, you knew each band had something different they were bringing. You look at 2019 now, or just 2018, this past season, and I don't know if you can differentiate, I can't say that word, differentiate as many styles anymore. I want to say that aggression and volume and stand battles, all those things have taken precedent and has become what it is to be a great band. And once you master the stands, and once you know your aggression is more aggressive than the band across the field, that's what's getting W's nowadays. That's what's getting W's now. Back when FAMU was in their prime, or just go back 10, 15 years ago, the climate, you know, what constituted a W between two bands was what was done on the field. You know, field shows are still done. Field shows still happen. Halftime battles, they still go down. But ask yourself, what do you look forward to the most? Well, what constitutes a W in your mind? Winning a fifth quarter, which is if you're new to that term, it's the exchange of songs that are played by both bands after the football game. Excuse me. Or is it the halftime battles? Now you look at a band like Florida A&M, they've always been known for having a strong halftime or strong field show presence, right? So in a day and age in 2019 where halftimes aren't put as high as a priority, can a band like Florida A&M be great again? Can they be among the elite? You know, you can name a bunch of bands that's at the top right now. Does FAMU have, can that formula that Florida A&M had a decade or so, or over a decade ago, can that still be applied today and be enough to knock a couple of these bands down and to rise back to the top? I'm gonna say no. Just off of that point right there, I'm gonna say no. It's not enough. And it's a good thing because you look at it, they are in a rebranding state and a rebuilding state. I know tradition is important. Tradition is you hold on to traditions, but you have to change with the times as well. The only thing constant in life is change. If you take anything from this video, remember that. The only thing constant in life is change. So what might have been great a decade ago, 2 decades ago, it won't necessarily be great today. I mean, you look at a band like Southern University. Traditionally, they played on fiberglass sousaphones. And that's tradition. They say, well, this sets us apart from other bands because everybody else is playing on brass or, you know, full metal. You know what I'm saying? By them going with gold sousaphones, does that make them any less of the human jukebox because they did that? You know what I'm saying? Or you see some bands that's never had female drum majors. By them now having female drum majors, actually FAMU has their first female drum major, didn't they? This past year they had a female drum major. So you can look at tradition, and you gotta let tradition. You have to weigh its importance, but you also can't let it be your crutch. Saying that to say, I want to see Florida A&M get back to where they were. I do. They held down the MEAC for a long time. I want to say bands like A&T, North Carolina A&T, Bethune-Cookman, Norfolk State University. A lot of these bands have stepped up to the plate and are still holding down the MEAC. But FAMU, they set, like I said, how do you create 30 different marching techniques, you know, that's still used nationally across the nation by high schools and colleges, man. When you're an innovator like that, you know what I'm saying, you have the ability, obviously, to innovate. In 2019, it's time to re-innovate. It's time to come new. People always wanted to say, when you saw a band as deep as FAMU, I want to say they were about 400 deep at one point. Probably more than that. I can't remember the most they've ever been. But imagine if they ever opened up and just let their nuts hang, man. Imagine if FAMU ever let their nuts hang when they was in their prime. And I know it's like, no, that's not our style. That's not what we know. We play with musicality. It's almost like when you buy a Lamborghini. You buy a Lamborghini not to go 200 miles an hour going to work. You're gonna do the speed limit getting to work. You're gonna do the speed limit. You're gonna drive like a sensible person. You wanna drive as a well-educated driver that knows the ins and outs of that vehicle. But to know that you have the ability to push that vehicle to that point, it's mind-blowing. So imagine a band of that size just to say, look, I'm gonna flex a couple times just to let everybody know, FAMU, you know, we let our nuts hang. We do. But we play with musicality. My point is, if you add some aggression to that formula, Marching 100, put more emphasis on stand. Not even. Stick to your halftime. Let halftime shows be your bread and butter still, but you got to put more, this is my opinion. I know in 2019, the formula of what was working in before 2011, I don't think it's going to work in 2019. Let me know your thoughts, y'all. We can keep this discussion going. Let me know what you think about the band now. And I mean, just not even talking about playing. I look at some of the 2018 footage from FAMU, and is it just me or the discipline just isn't there? I mean, like one thing that FAMU had, it was precision and discipline. It's like when you saw a knee lift right here, and you look down the line, you saw the exact same leg lift. You saw the exact same playing, the swing. Everything was boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? That's what. It wasn't just the playing that made them great. It was the look. It was the You know, everything was so sharp and everything was so crisp. The drum majors, I mean, I saw a picture the other day, and the drum majors were posed. I think they were posed with one of the band directors with Alabama State. I forget his name, but the spats, man, they were like yellow. It's like you saw FAMU back then, and everything was just crisp. I mean, you you know how like when you play football and you saw the guys on the field that got dirty or whatever, but you saw the guys on the sideline that had the clean uniforms. That's that's what it reminded me of. Like you saw FAMU and they be on the field after the field show, but they still just look clean, look crisp. You know what I'm saying? It had a lot of respect, and they took a lot of pride in how they look, man. I'm not sure if that same if that tradition is being passed down. It just seemed a little less polished now. So if anything, if not even taking into account the playing part of what I'm talking about, is how to come up in 2019. If you can get the precision and the discipline back, like you guys had before your break, I guarantee you that would set you apart. And because you look at the bands now, excuse me, y'all. You don't see that kind of precision. I want to say Bethune-Cookman, maybe. Bethune-Cookman, they definitely precise. They probably the most precise band out right now. But before, FAMU and Bethune held that down. So if they can get that back, and then just think of a formula, man. Think of something that can be, you ain't even got to change your whole style up, y'all. All I'm saying is that in 2019, you're going to have to change it up a little bit to be mentioned among the elite, because the bands have changed so much. They changed so much, man. Anyway, so let me know. Go ahead, drop some comments below. Share this out. Let me know what you think. FAMU, I'm rooting for you. Marching 100, man. Y'all definitely, y'all set the tone. Like I said, y'all responsible for a lot of the styles and techniques that we see now. So it's like, y'all the originators. So it's time for y'all to come back. You know what I'm saying? Like, the break was, I'm sure it hurt the program because the continuity, you probably lost a lot of staff, and you know, but it's, you know, I got faith in y'all, man. I got faith in y'all can, that y'all can make it back to the top. So, all right. On that note, I'm gonna go ahead and close this out, man. Go ahead and comment, like I said below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And yeah, meet me on the 50. Out.